Welcome back to another Advanced Wars by Web replay review. We have a very exciting Tier 3 match on the map Broken Loot, known for its comm tower and airport that not necessarily everyone goes for. And this is a very intense match where we had a massive fight in the center, and I was just going to try to look at it, try to improve my calculation skills, and also show you guys this very tense battle that's going to just happen right here. I mean, it's about to be insane. But just like Siegbert Tarash said, before the end game, the gods have placed the middle game. And just as I said, before the middle game, the gods have placed the opening. And that is where we find ourselves right now. We have, in the bottom, as the blobs, Mr. Leafy, who's rated 1100. And he's playing as Andy, who likes to repair units. And the top, in the orange star, we have Raipika, playing as Rachel. And she repairs an extra +1. So she is going to show Andy who the true repair CO actually is. His hyper upgrade, just nothing on Rachel's extra healing on cities. But not only is Rachel a healing CO, Rachel also has some offensive firepower, with her regular power being Lucky Lass, which increases your luck damage from 0 to 39%, which is basically an extra 1 to 4 damage. An extra 0 to 3 damage. So that can potentially just really change the tide, especially since terrain scales with HP. Sometimes you just need to knock it down from a 6 to a 5, and it's a guaranteed one shot if they're on a city, because in certain conditions, because that terrain drop when you lose HP. And then Rachel's superpower, Covering Fire, which launches 3 missiles from the sky. One targets the most infantry HP, one targets the most unit value, and one targets the most total unit HP, and those calculations occur simultaneously. Both sides move up and capture their cities. Look at this from Rachel. Sneak in this little infantry. This guy boldly strives forward to capture this city right here. Is this an overextension? We're about to find out. And also both players built tanks out of these bases first, which I never do. And these guys are higher rated than me, so I'm probably doing it wrong. I'm like, hey, just put your tanks in the base that's closer, and then you're already right there with your tank. But maybe the logic is you put your infantry over here, and there's a shorter distance because tanks move faster, so they get there around the same time. So that's another school of thought. I'm probably the opposite of authority on this, so whatever I'm doing is probably wrong, but because my openings are the worst. Yamita had a video where it's I fumbled the opening so bad, and I was looking at it yeah, I'd be happy if I had this opening. That's how bad my openings are. But anyway, sometimes you just gotta learn from watching games and getting destroyed. Okay, so this is a really good positioning here by Rachel. Put the tank on the city so their infantry can't walk all over it, and you have the artillery covering in case the tank gets shot, and the defensive terrain is going to help a lot. You hit that at 5-8 and then bang, that is a guaranteed kill right there between the both of them. But this is a free shot right here. This tank cannot reach, so good find there by blue. And then blue is going to get this city that Rachel had that guy sprint out here and get. And yeah, this is guaranteed. So I mean, that infantry who took some damage there, held that for 2 turns. I don't know necessarily what's worth it and what's not, because I'm I don't know what I don't know, I just don't know enough about this game, the feel of it, to figure out what's worth it in those kind of situations. That's where I really struggle with too. Because sometimes it makes sense of things being worth it. So it probably is just 5 damage on an infantry to hold this, but then the opportunity cost of when you were capturing this, you weren't capturing ones that were easier to hold. So I think that's the real dilemma as opposed to the damage. I'm just talking through this with myself over here, and you're just along for the ride. Okay, so good positioning there. Although when I first looked at this, I actually was so proud that I found this wall break in 2 seconds. But the problem is it's a huge blunder. So I was like, oh, you can interrupt this cap right here, knock this 5, and then it's a free hit on the artillery, which is true. And I'm glad my calculation skills have evolved where I can just spot that. But the problem is that you just lose the tank for that, because this tank, like, it'll be, you hit that artillery down to like 3, it gets repaired to 5. This tank will hit it, even though it's on a silo, it'll still be like 5-8, and then this other tank's right there to back it up. And then the artillery can just retreat and infantry can protect it or something like that. So you're like trading a tank for damage on an artillery there, and it's not, and an infantry pickup, but I don't think it's for sure, I think it's for sure not worth it. Okay, so more captures right here. Once I saw a game where, on this map, where the fighting got so intense over here and over here that red just had like a little weasel infantry sneak onto the HQ, and like this whole like section of the board was just blank because the fighting was just so, they were just full committing on the fight. It was like when like Aragorn and Gandalf and Legolas and the whole army like tries to charge Minas Morgul or whatever, and that's just a distraction so Frodo and Sam can get into Mount Doom. That's exactly what happened with that infantry cap in the HQ. And I thought about showing that, but like it's like, oh, like I don't know. The rest of the game itself wasn't really worth it because it was like just kind of basic, and you know, I don't know. I didn't want to like make a whole video about it. I think the story is sufficient. Okay. So I'm rambling, but now we're actually getting into some positions where we're getting into some brawls and some contested cities going, and now we are officially entered the middle game. How exciting. Let's see over here. So this infantry and this infantry can go, that's an interrupt right there. That's probably worth it, honestly, but the artillery is covering. And there's a lot of stuff here, but I think as blue, like you don't want to play super passive. But the problem is this is a roll, and that was not high enough. So that infantry still survives with 1 HP. You can join cap and literally get it back to 10 by joining all both of the 5 and the 4 onto it. I don't know if that would be worth it, but you can do that. More infantry get unloaded. And now this infantry is going to start this. Not quite guaranteed. Got the medium tank too, covering it. So this is good by blue, and then red left the artillery over here. So this is really hard for red to actually go into. And like I was thinking maybe you take this shot with the tank and then you position your infantry such that you could put the artillery behind it. But I think it'd be too easy for blue to break through, and the artillery would just get hit and you just lose everything, which is may or may not be happening to me in one of my games right now, where I just cannot position my pieces for the life of me. Okay, so that infantry gets hit by the artillery and gets picked up. Now this tank. Okay, so we're going on the interrupt. This is a pretty good interrupt engagement right here, because you get infantry kill and you get a nice city shot on this infantry, and blue has to like dedicate resources over here. And this is actually red's strong side, and red wants to fight over here. So red being aggressive is really good. But still no artillery coverage, probably still no way to wall it. But I could be wrong. But, oh, no artillery coverage. Who needs artillery when you have Neo tanks? This thing is about to come over here and show the medium tank what's up. So red is like, okay, take my city and I will take your medium tank. Definitely a good trade right there. So I do not agree with what blue does right here. So I was thinking the best thing to do would be to put your medium tank on this city and smack this tank from the city. And so how you would do that is maybe it would require a roll, but you use a tank to use like this tank to hit this guy, and I think that would knock him down to like a 2 or a 3. And if it's a 2, I think the 4 guaranteed kills him, and if it's a 3, like that's a roll. But I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I don't have the damage calculator on the replay player, which would be really sick if it did have it, and then you could just pop that calculation up. So maybe I should go back to doing replay reviews on the website. You guys can give me your opinion on whether the replay player or the website itself is the best for replay reviews. Because I like both of them, to be honest. Okay, so anyway, so tank, infantry, hits this infantry. This tank hits this, and then this infantry goes right here, finishes it off, and then put the medium tank on the city to shoot the tank. Maybe this is fine. This infantry is also capping this, but it's going to get interrupted. Okay, so yeah, the medium tank shoots from here, which, you know, it's okay, but there, okay, takes that shot there on the infantry. Could have just easily went on the city and finished off the tank. So I guess this wasn't too worse than what I was saying. I was just saying, like, you have the 4, and then you have, like, an extra thing to attack, extra thing to attack with or something. But, and then you can, like, kind of keep the 4 as a blocker, the floor. But I don't know. I could be wrong about that calculation. That was just what I was thinking. But I think here, like, definitely you should put the tank on the city and take that shot. Is that tank? Yeah, that tank obviously can cover this anyway. You might as well be on the city, get the good terrain. You have nothing to sit on that city. He's not even sitting there artillery behind the tank. Like, honestly, tank shot from here, and you can put your artillery right here. And I think that's perfect. This is like, you're guaranteed getting this area. The problem is it does leave this side a little bit weak, and that's where red would go to. And then you could just pull back or whatever. Or who needs to pull back? Maybe you could even, red goes over here, and then you even start pushing on the HQ. That could be something that blue could do here. Like you link up your strong side and your weak side in one final push, like a V formation onto that HQ, and then that Neo tank's too far away to really get there. Well, I mean, it'd get there eventually, but you know, the Neo tank is like going to be behind, especially if the Neo tank goes over here. So that's an option for blue there. But I'm just theorizing here. I could just be talking out of my rear end. Like, you know, the term theory crafting came from, like, StarCraft, where people who didn't even play StarCraft would, like, go on the forums and be like, oh, this is so good against this because of this, but they've never actually played StarCraft, and people just called it theory crafting because it's like, oh, it's not real StarCraft, it's just theory craft. These people who've actually never touched the game, like, try to, like, act like they know it all because they've watched videos on YouTube or whatever. That's like me with Advanced Wars by Web. Like, I'm definitely theory crafting over here. I definitely do not know what I'm talking about. Although I obviously have played the game. So I guess I'm, like, halfway between a theory crafter and a real player. I don't know, like, what, I think 1200, I think, is, like, considered, like, really good, if I believe. So, I mean, 1000, I think, is still, like, 40th or 60th percentile. So, that's, still pretty good. Like, 60th percentile is nothing to be ashamed of. But, anyway, I don't really know, like, the in and outs of the ranking system, so I'm not going to speak presumptuously. Okay, so I, like, was totally just distracted and missed that whole turn. That's funny, though. But blue is going for the V formation, and might be doing that V formation HQ push that I talked about. Picked up a few 2 units down here and can easily get this city, and can probably even start pushing on the HQ. The medium tank can still shift over. Yeah, the Neo tank went, I guess there was really no other way it could go. It goes here and then here. The medium tank can still shift over out of range of the Neo tank, and you can just, like, try to push this. Like, these artillery, like, they're trying to catch up. But red does retreat over here, recognizing that. But now red's going to go in. That's a dead tank. Is red going to get that nice little 6 shot? Is that a kill? Yes. Now this 2 tank is going to hit the 4. Might as well use your low HP tanks to weaken these infantry more, I guess. Okay, Neo tank gets closer. This 1 HP infantry is just annoyingly blocking, so you have to at least dedicate something to kill it. And we might see some powers coming online pretty soon. If Rachel goes for lucky last, which usually people don't, but it can be really good for breaking walls, and it might be some really good for an attack turn right here, because everything's about to just collide right here. Okay, so there's the medium tank. All right. Shoots the infantry. Yeah, you kind of had to do that. These artillery were covering too many spaces. So this other medium, we got another medium tank to reinforce. Semi-original guy would really like this formation by blue here. Okay, gets a nice 2-shot on the tank there. Ford goes back to get healed. Nice protection for the tank. Put a little wall of slime over it. Okay, protection for the artillery, actually. The tanks is just going to sit behind. And we're getting close to that HQ, within capture range. Okay, might as well use that 2 HP to kill something. And I don't know why this tank is dropping back. Is it dropping back to help with if this tank goes this way? Maybe he's just worried about the Neo tank, the copter, this tank. I don't know. I think taking the shot here also just runs you right into artillery range. So it's pretty hard for blue to go in. But there's no anti-air counter, and we have a nice little copter fleet coming in. So red's got that, but blue's got the aerial superiority. And here comes an anti-air. Okay, now here comes the lucky lass. Let's see how lucky Rachel gets. Okay, that's a 1-shot. I don't think that needed any help right there. Neo tank. Whoa, 1 HP. Wow, that did a lot. I think like normally it would knock it down to 4. And goes for the infantry. Yep, with that luck roll, you don't need anything else. Bang. Yep, knew that was going to be a 1-shot. Oh, man. Gets a nice 3 damage on the copter. Gets 2 damage. Okay, 2 infantry to knock a copter down to 5. That's a great trade right there. This 2 infantry, I think that was a luck roll, though. I think Rachel got a little lucky there. I think, yeah, definitely needed that power on that one. So good use of the power there by Rachel to pick up that 2 HP infantry. Okay, and now red staying back here, not going in. That's probably smart. And now shifting back to defend the HQ. Blue is probably going to start this next turn, I would imagine. But this now both sides are colliding here in a massive melee. And bang. Okay, down to 2. Now we got the hyper upgrade is online. And there it is, the hyper upgrade early. Okay, I kind of like saving the hyper upgrade until things get damaged. But at the same time, the extra movement and extra attack is very worth it. Oh, nice shot on the Neo tank. All the way down to 4. I think a medium tank now will be able to pick it up. This 7 infantry is a goner. Yep. Neo tank's a goner. That's a goner. Oh, no. 2-8. That seems low to me. Okay, yep, that's... Oh, 1, and there it goes. There it goes. Infantry comes in. He's a goner. Definitely needed that extra attack power there from the power. Bang. So I mean, this doesn't seem like, I don't know how necessary the power was to get that wall break to hit the Neo tank. So if the I think the power would be good if it was necessary to pick up that Neo tank. But I think if you could have done this without the power, then there is just no point using it. You could just save it until you take damage. And then try to go for it then, because I don't think anything can like one-shot this medium. Yeah, nothing can one-shot this medium tank. So you take damage and then you heal it off and you counter attack. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, blue's starting that and puts the tank in front to block from the woods there. This could still interrupt, and this can interrupt, but hey, you got to do it. And still have HQ threats. The artillery's covering though. Will blue be able to break through? Good shot. And dang for that tank. But bang for Rachel, okay? The artilleries are going to pick up a couple infantry here. That copter was exposed there. But he did hit the Neo tank. Oh, doesn't even shoot the medium tank. What? Does this copter? The copter doesn't shoot. Oh, man. This is either... What? The copter did not shoot. This is either like the biggest brain play I've ever seen, or a misclick that ended up just being style points. I do not understand why you're not taking this shot here. I don't get it. Like that 1 damage it's gonna do, 1 or 2 damage it's gonna do back is gonna like make or break the formation here. I don't know about that one. That's crazy. But okay, red's going for he can win without shooting. or she. Who needs to shoot medium tanks? Red's also a fan of semi-original guy and is like, I respect the classiness. I won't shoot your medium tank. Okay, so now after Red committed over here, Blue is going to get these trades, but only one tank's there to trade. So Red is definitely winning this area over here long term until unless like Blue waits for these reinforcements. But okay, mech. We got a mech that got transported from the base with the black boat. Okay, gonna sacrifice 3 HP infantry for damage on the copter. 9-2. Anti-air is gonna pop an infantry. Oh, that artillery's gone. Oh man, this is a low roll and a half. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. I feel like infantry would do the same amount of damage. That's what I thought. Like I thought like tank machine guns were about as good against copters as infantry, but I could be wrong. I didn't actually look at the damage tables that thoroughly, but maybe it's something I should look at. Maybe it'd make the game a little easier for me. Okay, APC getting built by Andy here, because who needs you have one transport and that's just not enough. You got to build 2. Well, the real reason he built the APC was because he wanted to refuel the black boat. You could just bring your black boat back to the port and refuel it for less, because at 2 HP on or it's not even repairing HP. Like it's literally free. You could just do that for free and not build an APC. So I think Blue should have just gone on the port there, and I think like just leaving it there is worth than not transporting infantry for a turn. But I don't know, like where is this APC gonna refuel this black boat from? Like on top of the base, so you can't build anything? Okay, that copter is gone. That infantry is gone, and here comes another lucky lass. Who needs missiles when you've got luck? And bang. Artillery, down to 1 HP. Copter, artillery's dead. Now this copter comes in, another down to 1 HP. This medium tank's gone. This anti-air's gone. This artillery's gone. Why didn't you shoot that? This artillery's gone. Should have shot that. What's that 1 HP artillery gonna do? Shoot the tank! Okay, now Red, you know what? Let's go in on this side too. 1 shot. Probably 1 shot? Yep. Nice shot, down to 1 HP. Nice shot, interrupts. Bang. Oh, look at this. The lucky lass has failed. Look at this. 0 to 39% luck. Rolls a fat 0 and gets killed on the counterattack. That is crazy. The lucky lass fell short when it was needed the most. That's insane. Oh my gosh, this is the best game ever. There's so many crazy things in this game. Okay, but now it's Andy's turn to activate his power, and we've got the hyper upgrade. What kind of damage can Andy do? And I mean, yeah, I understand if you need the attack, but it's best if you are in the middle of a fight and you have a whole bunch of injured units, and then bang, they're healthy again. I have a couple videos where that's happened, and Red's gonna try his best to not allow that, but that's the optimal situation for it. I just feel like doing it early, like maybe you could sit on it for a turn, but Red is doing a lot of good by one-shotting everything, and that's probably why Lucky Lass is getting spammed instead of covering fire, because just doing 3 damage is probably worse than luck damage against Andy because of his superpower. Okay, so Blue is starting these. This comm tower can get interrupted by the tank there, but you have these other tanks that Blue has, so Blue is now fully attacking over here. Who cares about the HQ when you can get a comm tower, right? But it's really hard to break through here. I'm not even trying to make a joke there. Okay, the APC is gonna sorry. You know what? I should never question a strategy again. Okay, because my only 1000 elo brain did not see 2 turns ahead when the APC, after refueling the black boat, which I did see that, is going to go and pick up this mech and bring him to the front lines. I see. Okay. I was just not thinking that far ahead. We got a T-copter over here to bring this guy finally to the front lines. He's enjoyed his nice little R&R on this vacation. And he is now being called back into duty. Okay, blue is going in. Got to use that hyper upgrade. Hits these, and copter's dead. Gonna get a nice infantry shot there. Gonna start this. 0 chance that goes through. And now a good shot there. Yeah, I mean, or what you can do with the hyper upgrade is you go in without it. You have this. You hit hyper upgrade, and everything's back to full. And there's no lucky last coming. So I think like I don't know. I could be wrong about these like calcs if the hyper upgrade mattered for the extra attack boost for these wall breaks, but like I feel like just popping it now, would be better. Because all these like 8s or whatever, they get topped off, and that makes them like a lot harder to kill. Like it's most things are 2 shots, but like you kind of have to 2-shot them with the same thing, if that makes sense. Like tank anti-air would like 2-shot a 8 HP tank, but it wouldn't 2-shot a full HP tank, if that makes sense. Okay, so a couple of good shots there. That infantry, yep, definitely is dead. Artillery's covered now, and Rachel interrupts that, and it's gonna give up this. Andy's gonna be up 4K after this goes through. There it is. Andy's now up 4K, but Rachel successfully defended the HQ. Yep, there's the mech. A nice little boost there. Just another beautiful use of the APC. I mean, you can't beat it. You could not beat it. Okay, nice shot. Bang. You could also have sacrificed your 1 HP copter because you're going to bring it back to the airport to get healed. Oh, but you're also Andy. But you're really far from a hyper upgrade. So it could be worth sacrificing the 1 HP for the damage and then having this finish it off. But when your power's repairing units, maybe you shouldn't do that. Okay, finishes off that guy, and the black boat's going to repair it too. So it with the black boat repairing it. Okay, what? There's a mech, and there's no APC. Where's the APC? Oh, there's the APC. It's going to come back and get it. We have another mech. And I guess mechs aren't too bad when you got a movement power, but I think you could have just stayed here, repaired this, and like then you get your hyper upgrade when this thing's at 3, and then or maybe 4, and then bang, you're back to full HP almost. You're like at 8 or 9, as opposed to this going from 1 to 6 when you do the hyper upgrade. But could be wrong about that. Could be wrong about everything I've said. And here comes another lucky lass. And what kind of damage will Rachel be able to inflict? That's gone. 1 HP. Okay, so this 1 HP saved itself. And only for nothing. It retreated from the battle. And now it is gone. So, like, look. Okay, so this, I'm vindicated. I have been validated by the replay. This is like when we've overturned the call in the field. The replay vindicates me. So, if this 1 HP copter had sacrificed itself for damage on this copter, and this copter finishes it off, then you wouldn't have this situation. Both these copters would be dead instead of just your copter. And yeah, it's 1 HP, but like still, like they could have just both been gone, and then you wouldn't have to like worry about this. Okay, that tank doesn't quite get it, so that could be hyper upgraded. And not as much damage, actually, in the lucky last, but it was enough. Rachel's up about 40,000 in unit value, which is not nothing. Or 30,000. But it's Andy's turn. What can Andy do? Okay, yep, that's going down. Okay, there's another mech. So the APC has kind of got its hands full over here with all these mechs. And then blue is just going to retreat. This comm tower is not going to go through. This city is the only thing that went through. So good defense by red over here to not go up the comm tower. That's going to get capped, but he's just going to die. Stuff goes back to get healed. We're going to put the mech in here. And yeah, the wall of slime slowly moves up like the Uzium in Dual Strike. Blue is going to build a wall of mechs like the final Von Bolt Uzium in the last mission and just roll right onto the HQ. Okay. Oh, something died over here. Oh, he sacrificed himself for damage. Fair enough. Okay. Now, will Rachel be able to deliver the dagger here before Blue's blob gets there? This infantry is going to get this city, and Rachel's forces slowly move up here on the weak side, getting closer and closer to the base. And the HQ as well, but you got a big mech infestation there, so that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. And red now retreats. Blue is up 4K, mind you, right? That's not, you know, that's not pocket change. And he's spending all this hard-earned money on mechs and APCs. The T-Copter build was not bad because you got to get this guy off that island. But I'm still questioning this APC build. So if I'm wrong about that, please tell me in the comments because I very well could be. Okay, so Blue's counterattacking over here. Nice shot on the tank, but the artillery's going to just destroy that medium tank. And wait, what got killed? Oh, so okay, he sacrificed himself for damage. And he moves back? He didn't take this shot. I guess he was worried about the hyper upgrade, so he's like, if I take this shot, I can't kill it anyway. So I might as well just stay back to like not worry about getting it down to 2 and then it goes back to 7 and then getting killed. Oops. Maybe that's the strat here. Oh, red retreats, ready for the hyper upgrade. But red's got, okay, the Neo tank. We got Neo tanks, but here's the problem with the Neo tank. Blue has the best counter to Neo tanks, APCs. So this got to be careful a little bit. I'm pretty sure Neo tank on APC is a guaranteed one shot. APC could have like 6 stars. It could be Javier with 3 comm towers and APC is still getting destroyed with that Neo tank. Okay, but you know what? Let's protect the APC with the infantry, and let's move over here. Dang, this is a very long video. I'm just kind of rambling. I'm actually turning into a yapper, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. And this battle is just insane. So if you stuck around this long, I hope it's been well worth your while. Okay, so red's being aggressive over here. Gonna get some flips back and use well-positioned artillery. Nope, it's gonna get shot, but it doesn't shoot. Oh, no, he does shoot. Sorry, I didn't see the... my like, cursor was right there. And I just totally, like, didn't see the 3 because I'm actually blind. Okay. Blue is slowly moving up with the mech army. And that, yeah, red could just run away from just kite the mechs. Just run away. So... you know, if you have this, like, you gotta like focus on a point and just go there. But the APC is gonna hold down the fort here, resupply the copter. Maybe how much fuel did the copter have? 45. Yeah, I don't think fuel is an issue there. But let's see if red destroys the APC, or if it stays alive to transport even more mechs. Okay, red gets the flips. Now red's up 2K and goes in. And here comes another lucky lass. Let's spin the wheel and see what we got. Down to 5. That was not a good roll. Bang. That thing's dead. And mech's down to 2. Good roll. Artillery finishes it off. This infantry's gone. This anti-air probably gone. Down to 1. Okay. Tank. Yep, that mech's gone. That anti-air is there. Oh, this medium tank. Gonna go down to 5. 4. Okay. Yeah, and bang. Another one's gone. Its anti-air is going to kill this 7 copter. Why kill the 7 copter? Or why kill the 9 copter, excuse me, when you can kill the 7... Oh, you know what? No, I messed up. I'm not questioning anything again. He killed the 7 copter so his tank could get to the APC. That's it. The 7 copter is blocking for the APC. That's unacceptable. That APC needs to get shot. Okay, we're actually shooting the artillery instead of the APC, which you could have still done that. Oh, you wanted to be out of mech range? You're getting a hyper upgrade coming. You're still in mech range. Kill the 9 copter. What are you killing a 7 when there's a 9 right there? I don't understand. Okay. So, okay, let's bonk a mech right here. Let's destroy another mech. Let's hit that. And, okay, and some more shots. Oh, the APC is just too strong. Only 1 HP. Get out of here, infantry. That APC is as effective at 1 HP as it is at 10 HP. That's the beauty of transports. But here comes the hyper upgrade. Okay, so good news is this is guaranteed now because the infantry healed it back up to 10. So I wonder if he's going to do that. And let's see if blue can make a wall break finally. But like a good hyper upgrade turn. Bang, bang, good shots. Infantry comes in. Okay, these tanks are getting weakened. And anti-air goes down with the hyper upgrade. Okay, so you need a hyper upgrade for that, I think. And, oh, nice shot with the mech. These mechs finally have gotten to the front lines, and they are engaging their targets. That infantry's gone. I don't think this tank's reaching with the... Well, it could hit this with the increased movement, and your artilleries are kind of protecting it. APC's going to stay occupying the city. That's good. It's all just another reason not to APC build. It's just pure genius. It's just sitting on this city, and this is literally not worth it for red to shoot it. So this city's just always going to be blue, because why would red ever shoot this? Okay, there we go. It's walling for the tank now. The APC's getting involved. This city's gone, though. Probably. Okay, yep, that copter's gone. Our artillery's gone. Net mech down to 1. 1 HP anti-air finishes it off. And blue, red keeps going back in, but red's making a lot of progress over here. Blue's army is faltering. You got this medium tank and two tanks and anti-air. This could be a problem. Artillery is nice and blocked off. And now red is pushing blue back. Blue's offensive wave has been pushed back, but blue is not giving up yet. We're going to take a shot. APC is going to refuel. Got to keep that black boat nice and fueled. And, down to 1 HP. Going to resupply the artillery and boost the infantry. So good move with the boost there. And now goes in. Gets on the good terrain, takes a shot. Okay, you know, might as well shoot that because the artilleries are covering every other space. That tank's gone. T-copter can block, but it's just going to die. So T-copter just retreats. And there's the resignation. Blue was done. Let's take a gander at the stats. Red had 51 kills and 44 deaths. And, I mean, there was just a lot of craziness in this game. I mean, this just turned into an all-out bloodbath up here. And Red was doing a really good job with the lucky last and making sure there were not a lot of injured units for Andy to heal. But I think Andy was still holding on to his hyper upgrade, or not holding on, but popping his hyper upgrade too early. And I feel like unless you need the offensive stats, it's not worth it because that 5 HP repair is actually so huge. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. A bit of a long one, so I apologize for that, and I'll see you in the next one.